Hello once again. In the endgame study in front of us, one of the players is struggling to save this game. Which one would you say it is? Well, if you look at the obvious, clearly black must be winning here. But let's not look at the obvious. Let's just assume for a moment that it's black that will struggle to get anything out of this whatsoever. So, on that premise, what is the key move here? Well, I think anyone would agree it has to be promoting this pawn to a queen. That is the only way for white to save this game. That would be the way that most people would look at it. Well, how does black reply to that? Well, if he plays here, then all that we need to do is to go here. A8 would also suffice, and it's mate next move, because if he moves the king to h2 or plays g2 check, it's queen g2 checkmate. So that is no good. What about if he plays king h2? What do we do then? Well, this is a wee bit different. We play queen g4 and the threat is queen h4 mate. Now, in answer to that, of course, if he plays his king back, it's queen h4 or queen h3 mate. He can play here, and what we do is we play here. If he promotes, we just take it and it's mate in a move or two. Again, if he goes back, it's queen h4, queen h3. So he has to play here. Then we play here. He goes back, queen h3 mate. So none of that is of any use whatsoever. So just to put this back, once white is promoted to a queen. So we've looked at f2, doesn't work. We've looked at king h2, queen g4, g2 check, king f2, that doesn't work. What about h3? What do you make of this? Well, clearly it would be a mistake to take this pawn here, because he'd play here and black would end up winning this game. I don't think there's any doubt about that. So how do we win this from this position? Well, we played this most ingenious move, queen f4, and we're pinning this pawn here. Now, what does black have in that position? Just take a look at it. If he plays king into the corner, it's queen takes g3, and it's mate in one, no matter which way you go. So the only move that he has in that position, since he can't push this, because it's pinned, he can't do anything with this, and we've just looked at that, he has to play here, doesn't he? f2. So what do we do then? Well, we just need to play a waiting game. Anywhere down here will do. What about this? And what does black do then? Well, he has to play here. We take the pawn off. And that is forced. And that is checkmate. What do you make of that? Who would have suspected that you could do all of that? Yeah, well, we're not finished yet. Let's put this back. This is after we promoted to a queen. Like I say, we've looked at f2 and we've analysed king h2 and it doesn't work. So what else does black have here? Well, he has this. This is why I've left this until last. Yes, this transposes into the lines that we've just looked at, if you think about it, after king h2, and it's a win for white. So what does black have instead? Of course, if he pushes the pawn on, it's checkmate, isn't it? Well, he has this most ingenious move here, h3. Now, what is he doing here? Just take a look at that. This game is going to be over in 2 more moves. Don't forget, if white takes this queen off the G line, it's G1 queen, and black is winning. So what can he do? Well, what he does is he plays here. This is the only move for white to save the game now, queen G3. What does black have there? Well, clearly, if he promotes this, it's queen G1 mate. He can't move the king, he can't move this, so it must be this. So what happens now? White takes here. Now, I'm at pains to go on about how you must avoid stalemate. Well, This is a most welcome stalemate. Yeah, that's what it is for white. He saves the game. And as can be seen though, that is the only line where black is able to salvage a draw from this game. Any other line, like I've just demonstrated, would prove to be a win for white. And that is extraordinary given the layout of the start to this position. I trust you enjoyed this one. It's rather neat, isn't it? And goodbye.